Driving theory test for necessary documents.
Question 511. What drivers are required to display L plates on their vehicle? A. Learner drivers who are accompanied by the holder of a full license in the relevant category. B. Drivers who have less than 2 years driving experience. C. Drivers on their second learner permit. D. All learner permit holders except those driving agricultural tractors and works vehicles.
Question 511. Answer: D. All learner permit holders except those driving agricultural tractors and works vehicles. Explanation: all learner permit holders except those driving agricultural tractors or works vehicles are required to display L plates on the front and rear of their vehicle. Learner permit holders in category A and M are required to wear a yellow fluorescent tabard with an L plate that is clearly visible on the front and back.
Question 512. What restriction will be noted on a driver's full license if they have passed their test on a vehicle with automatic transmission? A. They may not tow a trailer. B. They may not drive at speeds of more than 80 km per hour. C. They must continue to display L plates. D. They may not drive vehicles with manual transmission.
Question 512. Answer: D. They may not drive vehicles with manual transmission. Explanation: if you pass your driving test in a vehicle fitted with automatic transmission, a code 78 will be noted on the full license in the restrictions information column.
Question 513. What roads are learner permit holders allowed to drive on? A. All roads. B. All roads except motorways and dual carriageways. C. All roads except motorways. D. All roads except dual carriageways.
Question 513. Answer: C. All roads except motorways. Explanation: a learner permit holder must not drive on a motorway. It is a serious offense to do so.
Question 514. How should an L plate be composed? A. A white L on a yellow background. B. A green L on a white background. C. A red L on a transparent background. D. A red L on a white background.
Question 514. Answer: D. A red L on a white background. Explanation: L plates should be displayed front and rear. The plates should be a red L on a white background and should be not less than 15 centimeters high with a border of at least 2 centimeters. A learner motorcyclist must wear a yellow tabard displaying L plates front and rear. The L plates must be not less than 15 centimeters high on a white background.
Question 515. Which roads are learner permit holders not allowed to drive on? A. They may not drive on dual carriageways. B. They may drive on all roads. C. They may not drive on national primary roads. D. They may not drive on motorways.
Question 515. Answer: D. They may not drive on motorways. Explanation: a learner permit holder must not drive on a motorway. It is a serious offense to do so.
Question 517. Where can drivers locate the gross vehicle weight of their vehicle? A. On a metal plate in the vehicle. B. On the tachograph. C. On the insurance disc. D. On the tax disc.
Question 517. Answer: A. On a metal plate in the vehicle. Explanation: the plate displaying the gross vehicle weight of a vehicle is normally located under the bonnet or in the passenger compartment. If you are not sure where it is located on your vehicle, check the driver's handbook supplied with the vehicle.
Question 518. Is it permitted to use a vehicle in a public place without a current tax disc displayed? A. Yes, but for not more than 1 month after the expiry of the previous disc. B. No. All motor vehicles must be taxed before the vehicle is taken on the road. C. Yes, but for not more than 14 days after the expiry of the previous disc. D. Yes, but for not more than 10 days after the expiry of the previous disc.
Question 518 Answer, B. No. All motor vehicles must be taxed before the vehicle is taken on the road. Explanation. A motor vehicle must be taxed and must display the up-to-date tax disc before it may be taken on the road.
Question 520. If a driver wishes to drive a vehicle but the tax disc is expired, what should they do? A. Notify the garda. B. Drive it only in case of an emergency. C. They should not drive it. D. Renew it within 10 days or expiry.
Question 520 Answer, C. They should not drive it. Explanation. A motor vehicle must be taxed and must display the up-to-date tax disc before it may be taken on the road.
Question 521. If a driver wishes to drive another vehicle which is not currently taxed, would they be allowed to transfer the current tax disc from their own vehicle onto it? A. Only when the proper form has been completed. B. No. Tax discs are not transferable. C. Yes, on a temporary basis. D. Yes, provided your own vehicle is not being used at the same time.
Question 521 Answer, B. No. Tax discs are not transferable. Explanation. A motor vehicle must be taxed and must display its own up-to-date tax disc before it may be taken on the road. The tax disc includes information about the vehicle, including its make and model, color and registration number.
Question 522. When a vehicle is being driven by a person who is not its owner, who should ensure that the correct tax disc is displayed? A. The driver, where not the owner. B. The driver and the owner of the vehicle are equally responsible. C. The owner, where not the driver. D. The government.
Question 522 Answer, B. The driver and the owner of the vehicle are equally responsible. Explanation. If you are the owner or the driver of a vehicle, you must ensure that it is not taxed and that it displays an up-to-date tax disc before you take it on the road.
Question 523. When must a current tax disc be displayed on a new vehicle on a public road? A. At all times. B. Not later than 3 months after registration. C. Only when driving on motorways. D. Not later than 6 months after registration.
Question 523 Answer, A. At all times. Explanation. A motor vehicle must be taxed before it may be taken on the road, and it must always display an up-to-date tax disc.
Question 524. Who may demand to see a driver's vehicle registration document, vehicle licensing certificate? A. Any person with whom you are involved in an accident. B. Any garda. C. Anyone. D. Any traffic warden.
Question 524 Answer, B. Any garda. Explanation. A garda may demand to see your driving license at any time, and you should always carry this with you when driving. A garda may also examine your insurance disc, tax disc and NCT disc, if applicable. A garda may ask you to produce other documents, including the vehicle's registration document, at a named garda station within 10 days.
Question 525. When a vehicle is being driven by a person who is not its owner but who has the owner's consent, who should ensure that the vehicle is properly insured? A. Both the driver and the vehicle owner. B. The vehicle owner only. C. The driver only. D. The driver's closest relative.
Question 525 Answer, A. Both the driver and the vehicle owner. Explanation. All drivers must have insurance covering them to drive a vehicle on a public road. It is a serious offense to drive a vehicle that is not insured. It is also an offense to allow a vehicle that you own to be driven by an uninsured driver.
Question 526. Is a driver still insured to drive their vehicle after their insurance policy has expired? A. No. The vehicle is not insured after the expiry of the policy. B. Yes, up to 10 days after expiry. C. Yes, up to 30 days after expiry. D. Yes, up to 14 days after expiry.
Question 526 Answer: A. No. The vehicle is not insured after the expiry of the policy. Explanation: all drivers must have insurance covering them to drive a vehicle on a public road. The vehicle must display an up-to-date insurance disc. Insurance companies insist that the premium must be paid before the renewal date.
Question 527. If a driver wishes to drive another privately owned vehicle but they are uncertain if they are insured to drive, what should they do? A. Drive it provided the driver informs the insurance company within 10 days, and agree to pay any additional premium. B. Drive if there is an insurance disc on the vehicle. C. Transfer the insurance disc from their own vehicle. D. A driver should contact their own insurer to confirm whether or not their insurance policy covers the driving of other vehicles.
Question 527 Answer: D. A driver should contact their own insurer to confirm whether or not their insurance policy covers the driving of other vehicles. Explanation: if you are in any doubt about your insurance cover, you should discuss the matter with your insurance company. It is a serious offense to drive a vehicle that is not insured.
Question 528. When a driver wishes to drive a vehicle and they are not sure if they are covered by insurance, what should they do? A. They should not drive until cover is confirmed by their insurance company. B. Check with their local garda station. C. Check with their local motor taxation office. D. Only drive it for short distances.
Question 528 Answer: A. They should not drive until cover is confirmed by their insurance company. Explanation: if you are in any doubt about your insurance cover, you should discuss the matter with your insurance company. It is a serious offense to drive a vehicle that is not insured.
Question 529. What is the minimum insurance cover which is required to drive a vehicle on a public road? A. Personal accident. B. Third party, fire and theft. C. Third party. D. Comprehensive.
Question 529 Answer: C. Third party. Explanation: as a motorist must have a minimum of third-party insurance. This indemnifies you against any claim made against you.
Question 530. What information must a driver give in order to obtain insurance cover on a vehicle? A. Name, address, phone number and license number. B. All information relating to the previous 5 years. C. Their age and details of their driving license. D. All information requested by the insurance company.
Question 530 Answer: D. All information requested by the insurance company. Explanation: all drivers must have insurance covering them to drive a vehicle on a public road. The law imposes a duty on drivers to give their insurance company any relevant information before driving a vehicle.
Question 531. If the owner of a vehicle has had the engine capacity of the vehicle altered, what should they do? A. Inform their insurance company. B. Inform their local motor taxation office and their insurance company. C. Not exceed 50 km per hour for the first 1,600 km after having the alternation made. D. Not exceed 80 km per hour for the first 1,600 km after having the alternation made.
Question 531 Answer: B. Inform their local motor taxation office and their insurance company. Explanation: the law imposes a duty on drivers to give their insurance company any relevant information before driving a vehicle. This includes details of any modifications made to the vehicle. In the case of a change of engine capacity, you must inform the local motor taxation office, as different rates of motor tax may apply.
Question 532. If a driver passes their test using a vehicle with automatic transmission, which vehicles are they licensed to drive? A. Manual vehicles only. B. All vehicles in the license category, but only automatic vehicles on a motorway. C. Automatic vehicles only. D. All vehicles in the license category.
Question 532 Answer, C. Automatic vehicles only. Explanation: if you pass your driving test in an automatic or adapted vehicle, your full license will apply to that type of vehicle only. A license restricted to automatic vehicles will have a code 78 indicated in the restrictions information column of the license.
Question 708. Where should L plates be displayed on cars? A. On the rear only. B. Both front and rear. C. On the driver's side only. D. On the front only.
Question 708 Answer, B. Both front and rear. Explanation: the holder of a learner permit must display L plates on the front and rear of their car at all times when driving on public roads.
Question 709. When must the holder of a learner permit display L plates on their car? A. While driving unaccompanied by a qualified driver. B. At all times when driving. C. During the term of the driver's first provisional license only. D. Only during weekdays.
Question 709 Answer, B. At all times when driving. Explanation: the holder of a learner permit must display L plates on the front and rear of their car at all times when driving on public roads.
Question 710. How would a driver calculate the maximum permitted weight of their vehicle? A. Refers to the unladen weight of the vehicle. B. By adding the unladen weight of the vehicle to the load permitted to be carried. C. Refers to the unladen weight of the vehicle plus the weight of the fuel. D. Refers to the weight of the load which may be carried.
Question 710 Answer, B. By adding the unladen weight of the vehicle to the load permitted to be carried. Explanation: the maximum permitted weight of a vehicle is the sum of the unladen weight of the vehicle and the maximum load that may be carried in it. It is an offense to overload a vehicle, as it reduces your ability to control it effectively.
Question 711. What is the maximum gross weight of a vehicle that may be driven by the holder of a Category B driving license? A. 4,750 kilograms. B. 4,500 kilograms. C. 2,500 kilograms. D. 3,500 kilograms.
Question 711 Answer, D. 3,500 kilograms. Explanation: the holder of a Category B driving license is not permitted to drive a vehicle with a design gross vehicle weight of more than 3,500 kilograms. This restriction is noted on the license.
Question 712. What is the maximum number of passengers that may be carried in a vehicle driven by the holder of a Category B driving license? A. 8 passengers. B. 9 passengers. C. 5 passengers. D. 7 passengers.
Question 712 Answer, A. 8 passengers. Explanation: the holder of a Category B driving license is not permitted to drive a vehicle that has seating for more than 8 passengers excluding the driver.
Question 713. When can the holder of a Category W learner permit carry a passenger? A. Only when such person holds a Category W driving license. B. Only when such person holds a Category M driving license and the vehicle is constructed or adapted to carry a passenger. C. Only when the passenger also holds a Category W driving license and the vehicle is designed to take a passenger. D. Never.
Question 713 Answer, C. Only when the passenger also holds a Category W driving license and the vehicle is designed to take a passenger. Explanation: The holder of a Category W learner permit may carry a passenger in the vehicle only if the vehicle is designed to take a passenger, and the passenger has held a full driving license in Category W for 2 or more years.